Said it would be difficult for anyone else to even carry it. And who is capable of sneaking in and out of this place undetected? Who would choose that approach? Laura gasped and clutched my arm. You think the shadow mages took the blade? If Wagner got to them? I asked with a shrug. Then it's entirely possible they'd want to open the veil so they could control a demon army. They're filled with darkness. Why wouldn't they want some demonic servants? It makes sense, Rachel said with a grimace. Which means we really are screwed. Anastasia cleared her throat, and we all turned to stare at the vampire. For the first time since I'd met her, she looked something akin to sheepish, her sharp teeth nibbling on her bottom lip. So, listen, don't get mad at me. Oh God, what have you done now? Dorian snapped. Anastasia narrowed her eyes. Well, if you're going to take that kind of attitude, then I'll keep the fucking information to myself. Anastasia, Laura said softly, please tell us. You know how Dorian is. He's like this with everyone. Anastasia said while crossing her arms. After a moment of intense silence, she finally shook her head. All right. While we were out there fighting, I caught the scent of a shadow mage. At first, I thought it was Zoe, but then I couldn't spot her anywhere. Okay, you weren't wrong, though. That was me, I said. Dorian and I had to break out of the cells, so we were late to the fight, but we did get there in the end. That's just it, though, she said. The scent was there long before you showed up. Then it disappeared and came back again. That's when I looked over and saw you. So, you're saying you smelled another shadow mage out there? I asked, raising my eyebrows. Before Dorian and I joined the fight. I did. Are you sure it was shadow magic and not bone or blood? Anastasia laughed. Zoe, I knew you were a shadow mage far before you ever admitted it. We all did. The daywalkers, I mean. The aroma is unmistakable. It's a spicy sort of scent that cuts through everything else and fills the room like a thick fog, just the way a hot curry does. With a nod, Dorian said, Well, that confirms it then. A shadow mage snuck into the middle of things while we were too distracted by the fighting, and she stole the goddamn blade. I don't think she needed to sneak in, Anastasia said. If she was down there on the streets, she was fighting, or pretending to fight, which means she was using some other form of magic to avoid getting caught out. Laura gasped. Which means she's learned how to masquerade as another coven member. Realization crashed over me like a tidal wave. I knew how this story went. Hell, I'd done it myself. It's someone who's pretending to be a member of another coven, I breathed. Someone else who has faked it, which means it could be anyone. There's another Zoe Bennett out there. And this one? Anastasia said, raising her eyebrows. Wants to destroy the veil. Chapter 2. We need to go back to Boston and talk to Belzus, I said, pacing across the stone floor. He's the one who put the wheels in motion. He's the one who got me here. He knows far more than he's ever let on, and maybe he can help us find the blade. Who is Belzus? Rachel frowned. Sounds like a fae name. That's because it is one, I said. Rachel sucked in a sharp breath and turned to her fellow elder, whispering something too low for me to hear. After a moment of hushed words, she turned to me with a harsh glint in her eye. You should not have involved the fae in this. They are dangerous, and they do not suffer human emotions like we do. They are cold and calculating, and could very well be working with the shadow mages. Belzus doesn't work with the shadow mages, I said. He cares about this realm. Hell, he guards the graves to keep the world safe. That's what he says, she murmured. But that doesn't mean it's the truth. Fae cannot lie, Dorian cut in, his eyebrows furrowed. While I agree that the fae are nasty beings, and we should avoid them if at all possible, Zoe is right about Belzus. If you go to the fae, we can no longer help you, Elder Andrew said, taking a step back. Your quest to find the blade will have to be yours and yours alone. My face blanched.